right now I think there is a huge need for more Western consciousness in the form of action, direct action.
C'est une question de dignité aujourd'hui de briser le siège de Gaza.
I was involved with the Free Gaza mission in August the 23rd this year. We took a boat from Cyprus to Gaza. It was the first boat in 41 years to arrive.
46 foreigners were going to be coming to Palestine for the first time in 41 years without being humiliated by Israeli soldiers. When we saw the coast of Gaza, it's an incredible experience. Small boats with maybe 50 people on, and then medium-sized boats with 100 people on that looked like they were going to sink, and then children throwing themselves into the sea, swimming towards the boats, going, "Thank you, welcome to Gaza, welcome to Gaza." And then we get close to the port, and we saw maybe 20,000 people waving, standing there. They were like this, and we were like this. And then lots of cheering and joy. It was like, it's like entering Paris in 1944. It felt like bringing liberty.
I'm an ex-U.S. Marine. I served in the first Gulf War. Like many Americans, I grew up with the belief that the U.S. was the greatest nation in the world, and I was silly enough and stupid enough to join the Marine Corps thinking that that's what we were doing, trying to make the world a better place. After I left the Marine Corps, I started to really realize that America, in fact, was involved in things that no moral person could ever approve of, and the further I got into that understanding, the more compelled I felt to renounce my U.S. citizenship. I've been out since 2001, and since that time I initiated the Human Shield Action to Iraq, and recently I was involved in the Free Gaza campaign, which took us to Gaza on 2 boats. Arrival in Gaza was pure euphoria, overwhelming joy. Most of the Palestinians, I think, along with most of the Western people who knew about our project, didn't think we would succeed. But it's not enough. It's only a first step. And there have been 2 subsequent boat journeys to Gaza as part of the Free Gaza movement, and both have been successful. This proves that we have the capacity to help relieve some of the pressure that the Palestinian people are living under in Gaza. It's not governments. It's not the United Nations. What has the United Nations done for Palestinians? If anything, the United Nations has collaborated in the formation of Israel and sat by while ethnic cleansing took place and dispossession of Palestinian land. And of course, the British government was working hand in hand with the same Zionist entities that did this. This is historical fact, but it's not well known amongst many within Western population. But the truth is that if we sit and wait for our governments to do the right thing, we're never going to have any kind of justice in this world. And the United Nations has proven, quite frankly, that it's not willing to do what it was initially set up to do. So what do? Well, I would argue that we do direct action. A small group of people can actually do something significant. And I can tell you from having arrived on that day that although it did not break the siege in total, it was only a first step, and that we have not in any way liberated the Palestinian people. What we did do was provide a semblance of hope in a place where hope is very, very hard to find.
Gaza is not a prison. A prison is where people go after due process of law, where they get 3 meals a day and the promise of medicine when they need it. For too long, the people of Gaza have not known when the gate will be open into Israel, if the gate into Rafah will be open. And as you've seen in the last month, they are being systematically starved by Israel. This is a genocide that is taking place, and we must find a way of reaching them that is not controlled by Israel.
Israel is unsure how to react. These boats from Cyprus to Gaza go through international waters and then into Gazan waters. So therefore, the Israeli naval warships have no right to intervene.
Coming from America, my nation is giving a huge amount, billions of dollars a year, to the Israeli government, which is using that money to kill Palestinians virtually every day.
There is 1 boat going regularly between Cyprus and Gaza. It's with the Free Gaza movement. This is a very small boat, around 30 people on these boats. Human rights observers, Nobel Peace Prize winners, politicians who are forbidden from getting in on the Israeli Erez border. Rafah, the Egyptian border, is closed. So this boat has been going approximately once every 6 weeks since August. But what it isn't is a regular service to bring 250 people in at a time and take as many people who need aid and who have the right to travel as possible out to the rest of the world.
So Aloha Palestine intends to create a passenger ferry service that will transport all paying customers who have legitimate documents, travel papers, visas, and it will have a humanitarian side whereby we're going to provide free travel for Palestinians who need urgent medical care outside of Gaza. We're going to provide free travel to students who have scholarships and are not able to travel to get the education that they're qualified to get, and to Palestinians who've been separated from their family for long periods and who do not have the financial means to pay for a service such as that.
You know, the significance of sending boats regularly to Gaza cannot be understated. It can be seen as the moment when the world finally puts sanctions on South Africa. It's an absolute turning point.
Tous les gens de bonne volonté peuvent être associés à ce projet qui est celui de créer une ligne régulière qui enfin rétablira une certaine légalité et permettra d'avoir un peu d'oxygène à cette population assiégée. Nous créons une association Aloha France qui aura sa contribution au projet de ce bateau régulier pour Gaza, contribution financière bien entendu, et c'est disons une expansion de l'association internationale que nous créons aujourd'hui en France et nous faisons appel aux dons pour cette association française.
Je crois qu'il y a beaucoup de gens qui se disent enfin une action qui va nous permettre d'aller plus loin et de briser le blocus de Gaza et de dire non, ce n'est pas toujours Israël qui décide, non, nous ne dépendons pas de la mauvaise volonté, de la mauvaise foi, de la lâcheté, de la complicité de nos gouvernements.